Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Oldschool Runescape Explained, a series in which I take a topic from the world of Gildenor and explain everything that you need to know about it. In today's episode, you are joining me in the capital city of the vampires, Darkmeyer, which was released earlier this month, and in this episode, we are taking a look at one of Darkmeyer's nobles, Damien Leucurte. Damien Leucurte is a minor noble who hails from the dark city of Darkmeyer, and he was added to Oldschool Runescape over 2 years ago as part of the expansion to the Mauritanian region of the game, which saw the additions of a new town called Sleep and the quest A Taste of Hope. 2 years after he was added to the game, Damien becomes a minor antagonist to your character in the brand new quest Sins of the Father, where you and the Myrique have to fight him as part of your preparations to infiltrate Darkmeyer. In Sins of the Father, it is revealed that Damien is the reason why the residents of Sleep have been infected with the Sleeper Plague, an affliction where victims cannot wake up from sleeping. With the help of a vampire juvenate called Croy and a bartender called Carl, Damien was infecting the town through a drink called the Bloody Bracer. He was doing this so that it would become easier for him to collect blood ties from infected humans as a way to meet the demands of the residents of Darkmeyer, as it turns out that the usual methods of collecting ties from the human population of Mauritania isn't enough to satisfy the growing number of vampires who live in Darkmeyer. As a result of these experimentations into making better methods for collecting blood ties, Damien and his cronies are one of the reasons why the Nightmare of Ashihama now finds herself a resident of the Sisterhood Sanctuary, and subsequently, Damien is largely responsible for her presence in the western lands of Gildenor, who travelled all the way from the unknown regions of the eastern regions of the world. During the quest, Damien becomes a boss that you have to fight. He is level 204 combat and will attack the player in both the magic and ranged combat styles. He also has a special attack which, if it is not dealt with correctly, will result in your attacks becoming weaker and he will not take as much damage from your character. The easiest way to deal with Damien during this fight is to pray against his magic attacks during the entire fight, and your best melee combat gear in conjunction with the Avlander's Flail, which is a weapon that you obtain during the A Taste of Hope quest. Using super combat potions as well as the Piety Prayer will allow you to hit Damien hard for much of the fight. When I was completing the Sins of the Father quest, I used the following setup to fight with Damien, but of course any improvements such as bringing gear with better strength bonuses will make the fight go a lot smoother. Damien is a very easy boss to fight, particularly if you compare him to Vanstrom Claws, who is the endgame boss of Sins of the Father and the primary protagonist throughout the Myrique quest storyline. He is particularly easy to fight if you stamp out the flames that Damien creates whilst you are fighting him, which happens to be the special attack I spoke about earlier. If you do not stamp out the flames he creates, then your attacks will not damage him as much, so it is a good strategy to make sure that you stamp them out before continuing the fight. To give you a picture of what it's like to fight Damien, I will show you my fight with him whilst I was doing the Sins of the Father quest. And that, my friends, was everything that you needed to know about Damien Leucurte. Throughout this month, I'll be making more episodes of Oldschool Runescape Explained that will be covering various new content that came out alongside Darkmeyer, such as an in-depth looking guide into fighting Vanstrom Claws, as well as the brand new agility course that can be found inside the city. So if you enjoyed this episode, then please make sure to follow Oldschool Runescape Explains Twitter, where I'll be posting each new episode about Darkmeyer and all future episodes of the series. This is the best way to stay up to date, as sometimes my videos do not always appear in my subscribers' recommended pages or subscription boxes. I always appreciate those who click the subscribe button and like button, particularly if they are new to the channel. Before we end today's episode, I also wanted to take this moment to tell you about another series that I am creating. In the top 10 skinning highlights, I and another content creator over on the skinning stream will be taking submissions on your recent skinning achievements in RuneScape. If you've got 99 in a skill recently, or have done something that you think is worthy of being featured in a top 10 list, then why not join our Discord server and send them in. All we're looking for is brand new screenshots, which should take less than 2 minutes to create and submit. Instead of recent achievements going by unnoticed in the community, you can have them seen by hundreds of other players, and we will link any social media, including your YouTube and Twitch channels, if you make it onto our list. This is a great community project that I and DMP Games are putting together. Check out our pilot episode to see if this is something that you would like to be involved in. I have been Vizela, your host on today's episode of Oldschool Runescape Explained, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.